It was just 2 months ago, January 2025, where we had this GTA 6 rumor. Companies are hoping that GTA 6 is $100 so they can raise their prices too. That is what a game industry analyst said. That was only 2 months ago. And honestly, this has been a rumor for years now. Will GTA 6 cost $100? I said only a few weeks ago, it's not going to be $100. The standard edition will not be $100. But what Nintendo just did today, I'm not so sure anymore. For all I know, GTA 6 might actually end up being $100 now. So what did Nintendo do? Let's go ahead and find out. So today, earlier this morning, Nintendo Switch, the 2 was actually announced. They had a big live stream. They showcased a bunch of stuff. The console itself is $450. And mind you, I think this is on par with like PS4 hardware, and they're charging more than the PS5 at the moment. Obviously, it's portable. It's a bit different to compare it, but that's still just crazy. You're paying $450 for 10-year-old hardware. But as Nintendo, what do you expect? Well, I would have expected them to keep the game prices the same if they were going to charge more for the console, but they said we're going to charge more for everything because all of a sudden their big title launching with this console, Mario Kart World, is $80 for the standard edition. Gone is the $70 price tag time period. We're now stepping into the $80 price tag for games. Now, it's not mentioned on that website, I don't think, but they did announce that the physical edition is going to be even more. And this is where we get the $90 price tag from. On that left, Mario Kart World, the digital. Now this is in euros, so it's a bit different, but it's 80 euros for the digital. The physical edition though, if you want the physical edition, the standard edition, it is 90 euros to buy Mario Kart World. Now I know digital costs a little bit cheaper. That doesn't have the physical costs. So it's understandable the physical costs more, but that is absolutely insane. $90 for a standard edition of a game. That's in essence what it is. Now, of course, you can see the game to the right of it, Donkey Kong Bonanza, is a bit different. It is was the standard price of $70 or 70 euros, where the physical is still 10 bucks more at 80 euros. So what Nintendo is demonstrating here is they know for their bigger titles, they can charge more and it will still sell. People will still buy them. That's what they're doing with Mario Kart World. But for some of their other smaller titles, they'll keep it the same at $70. It's funny because I think every single person in the gaming community thought GTA 6 would be the only game that could and might charge more than the $70 price tag, whether it was 80, whether it was 90, whether it was 100. People thought it would be GTA 6 that did it first. But here we have Nintendo saying, hold my beer, I got you. We'll be the bad guys of the gaming industry. And unfortunately, I think that's what they're going to end up becoming because every other game publisher is going to follow suit. If they have a big title, that's how they're going to start it. They're going to add the extra $10. No more is like a Call of Duty or maybe Assassin's Creed going to cost 70 bucks. In a couple years, whenever the new ones come out, they're going to for sure be $80 if there's not like crazy backlash to these Nintendo prices. And this, folks, is why you don't go online saying stuff like, it doesn't matter what GTA 6 will cost, I'll buy it anyway. Because these other companies will hear that and take advantage of it. I'm sure there was a small part of the Nintendo decision to make this game 80 bucks was because there were so many people defending it for GTA 6. Obviously, that's not their only, criteria, but I'm sure that did go into it. But of course, the big problem is most games are not even close to the scale that Rockstar titles launch at. Like GTA 6 will probably be one of the biggest games of all time as far as depth and all that. And you're going to tell me that Mario Kart World is going to be the same cost, maybe even more if GTA doesn't, up their prices than GTA 6 though. I'm sure the Nintendo fans will try and defend it, but that's crazy to me that you're paying 80 bucks now for a game that's made for like 10-year-old hardware. You're not even getting a next-gen experience, which at least GTA 6 would offer. That's what is just nuts to me. And I did say that the only thing that might change this is if there's backlash, which at the moment there is a lot of backlash about these prices. But the problem is Nintendo fans always buy these things at these prices. So I doubt anything's going to change because a ton of Nintendo fans are going to buy Mario Kart World for 80 bucks. And again, all the other companies are going to see that and run with it too. Now, as far as GTA 6's price, I don't know. I still would like to believe at least that Rockstar wants to charge, the standard amount of 70 bucks because they know they'll make way more money in their online. Like, that's how they made their $10 billion, whatever it was, for GTA 5. It was all the shark cards. It was the online microtransaction stuff. So I really am just hoping that Take-Two and Rockstar are smart enough to know that they don't need to charge 80 bucks for a game or 90 bucks for a game. I'm hoping they still keep it at 70. But after seeing what Nintendo did, maybe they just say, you know what, screw it. We'll do both. We'll charge 80 bucks for the game. People will still buy it. And we'll make even more money with the online. It really just comes down to how greedy will they be. And unfortunately, it's very hard to get into the mind of a business that wants money. But more than likely, the answer is they will be very greedy. And the thing that sucks about all of this is that unless you're in the US, like, these prices are even more inflated. Like, this is the Canadian price for the Nintendo Switch. I believe the Australian price is even more. And I mean, I just did the standard digital here, 80 euros that we saw in the screenshot. It's $125 for Canada. Again, more for Australian. Like, these companies are just pricing out whole continents and countries. And I know there are some somewhat logical explanations as to why game prices should be getting more. I mean, they've been stuck at 60 for so long. Inflation, they haven't really gone up with inflation, which was great for those first, 20 years or so. Now it looks like maybe they're finally going up with inflation, or maybe you could argue games are getting better and bigger than ever. So, like, it makes sense they cost more. And in a vacuum, I would say maybe you're right. Like, you do end up getting, for a lot of games, way more hours per money spent compared to other entertainment options. The problem is we don't live in a perfect vacuum, in a perfect world, because with, again, the $80 price tag, or 90 if you're going physical, you're still getting all the microtransaction slop in most games. You're still getting the subscription slop, which we're going to see in GTA 6 with GTA Plus. You're still more than likely going to get battle passes and all the other stuff they add to these games. So I think that's the big problem. And of course, obviously, the quality of these games. Not many games release like a Red Dead Redemption 2, like a Cyberpunk, although the release obviously was a bit different with that one. But I'm saying as far as the scale of the games and how good the game is. Another game that was popular, Baldur's Gate 3, that released a couple years ago. Like, these games are one-offs. And you could argue an $80 price tag for some of these, best games of all time is valid. Is $80 a good price tag for something like Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game that just came out? I've seen some good things about it, but is that game worth $80? Is a typical Ubisoft game worth $80? To me, the answer is no. But I guess we'll have to wait and see over the next year or so how many other games follow suit. Is GTA 6 going to follow suit? And will companies maybe be the good guys for once and scale down on the microtransaction stuff if they do charge more for this standard edition? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I guess more specifically about GTA 6. Do you think it's going to be $70, or does this news sort of throw your opinions out the window? Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.